Hey everybody, welcome to the live stream lesson. This week we're going to be looking at March in G from book number 2 of Suzuki. Okay? Alright, so first let's take a listen to how the piece goes. Alright, ready? Alright, I almost got it. There was one part that I kind of missed, but... Alright, so let's take a look at this piece, phrase by phrase. And there's a couple of things I want to talk about, because this piece is actually not too difficult in terms of our left hand. It's all in first position. There's only one shift to the second position. That's very tiny. But that's it. Everything else is pretty straightforward. The rhythm is pretty straightforward as well. So this piece is, we're going to try and focus a little bit more on our bow, the bow hand, as well as using our elbow, forearm, being a little bit more relaxed with faster bowings. And also just trying to get better sound with our bow. So that's going to be our goal today with this piece. So let's just take a look at the very first line. And let's play it slightly under tempo, okay? So let's just play the first line. We're going to start with first finger on A string, B, and then it's just a scale, right? Down and up. So let's just do it slowly. So it'll be like da dee dee da dee dee. 1, 2, 3, 4. That fast. 1, 2, ready, go. Double up bow. Slur. Really good. So now let's take a look at the next line. 1, 2, ready, and rest. All right. So a couple of things I want to talk about. So when we do our eighth notes, we're going to try and open up our forearm and just use our elbow to kind of just open up like that. and you can see how my wrist is also kind of moving in the opposite direction, right? Like that. So you can see how my wrist bends back and forth. When I'm doing it like this, it's kind of hard to see, but the reason why I'm doing that is to keep the bow at a right angle, at a 90-degree angle to the strings here, right? Like that. So that's one of the main reasons we're going to be opening up our forearm and our elbow like that, like this. I'm going to turn a little like this. We're going to be doing it like that. All right, that's the first thing. Second thing that I want to talk about is how much bow you're going to be using. So on the half notes, you're going to be using pretty much all of the bow. And then for the quarter, eighth, eighth, quarter, eighth, eighth, that pattern, you're going to only use a little bit of the bow. Instead of the whole bow, we're going to use a little bit of the bow. So it'll be like... Right? So try to use more bow on the half notes, and then less bow on the quarter and the eighth notes. Same thing for the next line. More bow, and then less bow. And you can see that the dynamic, we're actually going from piano to forte, right? So we're going from soft to loud. So how we're going to do that is we're simply going to be using more and more bow for as we go up the scale, right? So less bow in the beginning, more bow, more. That way you can do the crescendo without putting force or being tense in your body. All right, so those are the two main things that we'll be talking about, and I'll be reminding you throughout this piece. All right, first two lines pretty straightforward. Let's move on to the next line. Next line is even easier. So this is just counting exercise, right? So let's just read both the lines together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, ready, and 2, 3, 4, 1. Sorry, ready, I have to count and play. Sometimes that confuses me. One more time. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, rest, and double up bow. All right, so this part isn't too difficult. Same thing. In the second line, when we did that, same thing. Try to use more bow on the half notes and less bow on the faster notes, okay? All right, so we do the repeat. Right now, we're not gonna do the repeat, but remember, you're going to do the first ending, and then you're gonna start from the beginning again, and then you're gonna go until the same thing, except instead of playing the first ending, we're gonna skip to the second ending. So that's what the different endings mean. If you need a little bit more explanation, just leave it in the comments and I'll try and answer it, maybe even make a video about it, right? But for now, I think it's pretty straightforward. first ending, that's when you do it the first time through, and then you take the repeat, and then when you come back to this spot, instead of playing the first ending measure, we skip that and we play the second ending and move on. Alright, so let's look at what comes after the second ending. So if we take a look, there's a lot of notes, but if we take a closer look, it's actually just a G major scale, and we have played that before, right? It's just first position starting from open G. It's the same fingering, right? We just go all the way up to the high D on the A string. So let's just play through the very first line because the first line isn't too difficult. You only need to be careful of your third finger F sharp and second finger F natural, right? In the first half we play with F sharp, and then the very last bit we play with F natural. So let's just try the very first line. Alright, ready? So let's go da tiki taka taka. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, and F natural 2. Rest. Let's try that one more time. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and F natural. Rest. Really good. Alright, so now let's take a look at the next line. Next line is a little bit tricky because there's quite a lot happening actually with our bow. Let's just take a look at the very first measure of the second line. That's the only shift that we're going to be doing here. So it'll be E, and then remember that A with fourth finger is simply the second position on the D string. So how you can find that is that F sharp, place your first finger on that F sharp, and then it's F sharp, G, G sharp, and then A. You can also find that A by playing the open A string and then playing the fourth finger on the D string. It should sound the same. It's because they're the same notes. If you're not in tune, it'll just sound weird. So just kind of move around your pinky until the note disappears. So that's how you can tune your notes, your fingers, your different positions with open strings. And I'll talk more about that also. All right, so E, A, and then G sharp is with your third finger. And then let's keep on going. So instead of going back to our fourth finger, we're going to go to our A string, open A. And then while we do that, shift back to play that C natural. So let's just try that one more time. Note by note, let's forget about the rhythm. Don't worry about the rhythm. We're just only playing the notes and trying to figure out the positions, right? So first position, E, up bow, E, and then we're gonna find our A, and then G sharp with our third finger in second position, and then back to open A. And while we do that, we're gonna shift back like that. So let's try that one more time, note by note. So first E, find the A, and then G sharp, and then back to open A, and shift back while you play the open A. and then C, natural. So let's do that very slowly now. Now that we got the movement somewhat organized and choreographed, let's do it in rhythm now. So very slowly. 1 and 2 and ready, go, and E, and shift, and 2, and G sharp, A, shift. Let's try keep on going. A little bit of sight reading there, right? So let's just try that one more time. 1 and 2 and very slowly. And 2 and G sharp, open A, and C natural. Slur. Alright, let's try that one more time, slightly faster. 1 and 2 and ready, go, and 1 and 2 and 3 and shift, and there you go. Not too bad, right? Now let's just try these two lines together at that tempo, at that speed. Alright, ready? 1 and 2 and ready, set, go, and that's a little bit too fast, sorry. Dun, 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 tiki, dun, tiki, dun. Let's go that fast. So, 1, 2, ready, and F natural, second finger, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, A. Rest, rest. Really good. All right, let's try that one more time at that same speed, okay? 1, 2, ready, and open D, and rest, rest. 1, 2, 3. Rest, rest. Really good. So remember that when you have the eighth notes, it's very helpful if you open up your forearm and keep on moving your forearm instead of your entire arm. Just only move. You can hold your arm like this and only try and move your forearm, right? From the elbow, bending also your wrist. That's the movement that we want. All right. So let's move on to the next line. So the very last part is very simple. We just play D, the high D with fourth finger on A string, right? So let's just play both of this line because they're simple. And I'll give you some extra tips on this part, okay? Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. 2, and rest, rest. 1, 2, rest. Rest. Good. All right, so this part is really easy, right? But there's something we can learn here, and this is something that I should probably do a video. But so that high D, we're gonna be tuning it with the open D string. So it should sound the same. You should only hear one note. So that's how we're gonna tune that fourth finger, and the same thing for the very last note for the G. Like that. So that's actually how we tune our fingers, where our hands are and where the notes are. On the cello, instead of using the tuners on our phone or the separate tuner machines, we can actually use the open strings to tune our positions. Same thing goes for other positions. So for example, second position, try and find the G with the open string. Same thing for... So that's actually how we tune, and once you learn how to do that, we can actually start not using the tapes on the cello, and instead we can start using our ears. So maybe we can start doing that. Let's actually just take off, well, I'm gonna take off the fourth finger line here. If you still don't feel comfortable doing it, that's okay. Just leave it on until you feel comfortable or you notice that you're not really looking at it. So let's take the fourth finger off. And let's just try and play this very last two lines. So let's find our note and let's go. 1, 2, ready, go. And 3, 4, 2, and rest. Rest. Really good. So don't be afraid of using your ears to tune your fingers. Now that's how the professionals do it. You're getting closer. Alright, so now that we learned the piece, let's try and play through the whole entire piece all the way through without stopping. And before we do that, let's quickly make some of the notes of the things that I talked about, right? So first, let's write, let's write bow, elbow, forearm, 4 8 notes. What else? Long bow. And short bows. So those are the two main points, right, that we were talking about. And then we'll let's see, here in the see, this guy, for example, tune with, tune with open G. tune with open D. Tune with open A, like that. And remember how last week I make a circle for the difficult parts? Let's do that. So this part is the tricky part, so we're going to, just the color will make us be aware. Same thing for the F natural. I'm just gonna circle that there. All right, so let's try and play all the way through. We're gonna be doing the repeat, so I'm gonna shout things out, so don't worry about it. Keep on playing. And for those that are watching the video, I took off the 4th finger line, so don't be confused that there's only 2 tapes. So let's just try it. All right. We're gonna go still under tempo, okay? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and short. Up, up. Rest, rest. Down bow. And less bow. More. Rest, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, and 1, 2, and rest, rest, and first ending. Repeat. Rest, rest. C. More. Rest, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, rest. 2, 3, 4. Rest, rest. 2 and second ending. 1, 2, rest and 2 and elbow. F natural. Rest, rest. Shift and open A. Shift. Rest. And rest. 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 And really good, really good. All right, so now that we can play through it slowly, let's play it a little bit faster. Let's go da tiki da tiki da tiki da ka da ka da ka da ka. That's a little bit too. Dun tiki da ka da ka da. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. That fast. All right, ready? 1, 2, ready, and and long bows. Rest and long, long and short. First repeat. To repeat. Rest and rest and rest and up. To keep on going. F natural. Rest and second position and open A shift. Rest and rest and rest and two, three, four. All right. Okay. Not too bad. I think we're actually ready to play with the accompaniment, this guy. So what we're going to do is do just that. We're gonna play one last time with the accompaniment, and we'll call it a day for this live stream lesson. And yeah, so all right, ready? I'm gonna keep the sheet music up. You'll hear the accompaniment part, okay? All right, let's go. Last time. All right. Great job. So that's gonna be it for today. I hope this video helped you learn the piece, help you practice it. Just take your time learning it. The bow is a little bit more difficult to get used to and make a sound. beautiful sound. So just take your time. The key to making beautiful sound is not having too much tension in your arm. So don't try and crunch the string too much. Just try and pinch your bow a little bit. Just bring the stick down into the string a little bit. That's all you need to do. All right. Well, I hope this lesson helped, and I'll see you next week. All right. Happy practicing. Bye.